California Academy of Sciences by SWA Group for the California Academy of Sciences. Lifting up a piece of the park and putting a building under it created a 2.5-acre living roof for this LEED Platinum certified new building project. The roof's contours conform to the program of the spaces below and harmonize with the project's new entries and side gardens. The jurors called it a technical masterpiece, so clever and creative. Poly International Plaza by SWA Group for Skidmore, Owings and Merrill. Housing 2 million square feet of office and exhibition space, this project's 2 slender towers with low-rise podium buildings are offset around an elevated garden court to capture cooling breezes. An additional 1/3 of the site landscape is developed as roof gardens. Crazy beautiful, praised the jury. It's refined with exquisite detailing. Zoban City Sculpture Garden by SWA Group for Landmark Developing Consulting. The heart of a 5,000-unit development, this project offers 3 distinct environments. An abstraction garden on the public plaza presents an 8-foot-tall cascading fountain. The colorful cognitive garden offers quiet respite, and the tower-enclosed sky garden uses an elliptical reflecting pond to capture its slice of the sky. The jurors pronounced this a gorgeous project. Beijing Olympic Forest Park by Beijing Tsinghua Urban Planning and Design Institute for Beijing International Olympic Forest Park Development. This 2-part park transitions a severe urban context into a sustainable ecosystem. The North Park functions as a natural reserve, while the South Park supports public leisure. The park's 90 buildings serve as prototypes for sustainability. The jury predicted this will transform Beijing as Central Park did New York City. Panhandle Bandshell by CMG Landscape Architecture. This temporary full-scale performance stage was constructed entirely out of reclaimed materials. Hundreds of people helped build the iconically shaped shell, and virtually all the labor and services were donated. The jury said this exemplifies how a temporary project of modest budget and scale can transform an existing urban landscape. Westminster Presbyterian Church Fellowship Courtyard and Memorial Columbarium by Cohen and Partners for Westminster Presbyterian Church. Abutting a city sidewalk, this columbarium and courtyard offer spaces of quiet beauty that encourage a shift in public thought about death and the burial ritual. A perforated copper fence acts as a permeable membrane between the private and public realms. The jury noted there isn't a move to add or take away. Spadina Wave Deck by West 8 and DTAH for Waterfront Toronto. A cross between a bridge and a boardwalk, the wave deck helps build a coherent identity across the waterfront. With playfully undulating geometry, this 6,800 square foot timber structure provides a new, flexible public place. The project also includes a new aquatic habitat in the lake bed. Very poetic, the jury said. The Biodesign Institute at Arizona State University by Ten Eyck Landscape Architects for Arizona State University. This new research building supplies its desert gardens with collected rainwater, while the landscape in turn offers comfortable outdoor gathering spaces. The building is complemented by the sunken riparian garden and vice versa. The jury called it vernacular planting and reuse of water raised to a more poetic level. Corporate Headquarters by Olin. The jurors called this San Francisco corporate headquarters a beautiful tapestry of color and texture. It provides a public park and streetscape at grade and an employee roof garden on the 7th floor. Offering spectacular views, these ordered landscapes, both over structure, are inspired by the Distill movement. HTO by Janet Rosenberg and Associates, Claude Comier, Architects Paysagistes, and Hariri Pontarini, Architects, for the City of Toronto. This urban beach carves out a public space where people can relax by the water away from downtown. Transformed from an abandoned industrial site, the park consists of a boardwalk, a sandy beach with tall yellow umbrellas, and sodded berms amid paved paths. The jury remarked, "The landscape architect has helped Toronto reclaim its lakefront with strong, bold graphic moves." The Dell at the University of Virginia by Nelson Bird Woltz, Landscape Architects for the University of Virginia. This collaborative project converts a neglected and overgrown stream valley on the university grounds into a beautiful retention pond surrounded by meandering walks and contemplative sitting places. This new park attracts many wildlife species as well as people from the surrounding university and neighborhood. The jury exclaimed, "Bravo! This project is truly original." Receiving the Award of Excellence in General Design is Buffalo Bayou Promenade by SWA Group for the Buffalo Bayou Partnership. The landscape architect has made the intimidating unintimidating, the jury said of this promenade, which once connected Houston's downtown to a river park through a neglected and near impossible mess of freeways and bridges. The project turns a trash-soaked eyesore into 3,000 linear feet of beautiful urban green space, giving 23 acres of parkland back to the city.